Dinner.
Hi. You realize this conversation is being recorded, right?
Okay.
Okay. They're violating my civil rights by requesting that I remove the camera. They are recording. I have the right to record. This is not a court system. This is not a private conversation. I have never disrupted the meeting by recording. I have other recordings of these meetings. And unless somebody can show me an RCW where it says otherwise, which I know it doesn't because I've read them, and it says as long as I'm not disrupting the meeting, I have the right to record it, an open public meeting.
Okay. Is there a reason why you want to record it?
Yes, there is. That way when I view the tape, I have a picture as well as the words, and it's a much better depiction of what's going on rather than listening to that tape.
Do you have something you can show me in RCW? Did you read this?
I did. Oh, I haven't read this one. I don't know which one they're pointing out.
Which one are you talking about? Are you talking
I'd
about
like to point out the name here. This is not private. Jeff, do you remember what RCW it says that you
4230. Something like 4230-20 or 4230-10.
You want to go home and get my RCW?
They have a book right there.
It's a public. That'd be my question.
It's a public meeting, but it's a private recording.
Officer, would you want to also review chapter 4230?
Yeah, 4230, 110, or 120, or 130.
So who's going to get the aquatic mold first?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't suggest it.
Oh, sorry.
I would also like to point out that I can purchase a tape from the city of Mesa and then it becomes private property, but it's still a tape of the public meeting.
But you paid for it.
Oh, see, so that's the thing, is that I'm not paying for it. You want me to pay for a copy of the recording. In order to get a copy of a public meeting, I must pay money.
I guess it comes down to...
Yes, you do.
Okay, thank you very much, Donna.
Well, yes, but we are asking her not to do a movie camera.
And what's the problem with the movie camera?
None of us would like to be on your movie.
And you shouldn't be on the council if you don't want to be public figures. Here.
That's not even the right book.
I should put my RCWs.
Dwayne, if you want to review RCWs, would you mind pulling down RCW 4230?
Isn't it in that one?
Nope. This goes up to 16. So it'd be 42, chapter 42.
It's the open public meetings act.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a section in there that talks about videotaping a council meeting in particular.
I see he's got that one marked too.
What I'm reading here, what Deputy Fay is conveying to me is the same thing that I'm understanding under here. You cannot be in here videotaping this.
Well, she's looking at 4230, and it says in there that I have the right to videotape a public meeting. This is not private, this is not privacy, this is open to the public, and I have the right to video record it.
Just like if the news media came down here and wanted to come in here, they'd have to ask permission. We would have to let them in.
It doesn't say that you have to ask permission as long as you are not disrupting the meeting, and I have not, until these people said that I did not.
That's not what
Well,
I'm
if you
reading
guys
here.
want to arrest me, then go ahead, because I will get you.
Would you review the other RCW?
Yes.
She's looking, I'm sure. They're not going to contradict each other, though.
That's true.
So,
Well, for one thing, that says private. What is private about this?
it's not. You're wanting to videotape and record this for your own benefit.
No, it
They
says
do
you
it.
can't record private conversations. It doesn't say anything about having a private tape of that. In fact, it says you can't record private conversations without notifying the person you're going to record it. And that's all it says. It doesn't say that you have to stop recording if they say no. It just says you have to notify them that you're recording. At that point, they can stop talking. That's private.
No, that's not how I...
Well, what I understand, it says conversation.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Are you doing this just
I
once?
came in and I record all the meetings, okay? Number one,
You
I
always
don't want to
have?
pay, I have been doing this since January, the second meeting in January, I've been coming in recording these meetings.
With
I
the
have
video camera
paid
and
with the
everything?
video camera. I
And
have
nobody ever
paid,
said anything
nobody
before?
says anything before, okay? They make a
had
recording, it
two-
can't be a private conversation if they're making a recording of it themselves.
I know Jason Nunez came out one time, right?
Yes, that was
Deputy.
for a conversation between me and the clerks, and that was not private either.
Didn't he tell you the same thing I'm telling you, though?
He told
You read
me
the same
that
one?
there was nothing that the cops could do, and that if they wanted to call a civil suit against me, they could do so. And that's what he told me. This is not private.
Okay, go ahead and explain to me again why you're pushing this issue.
I am pushing this issue because this is my civil right to stand here and record this. I have paid a lot of money to the city for buying tapes off of them. I then started using my video camera to record. In fact, I wrote a letter to their attorney about recording one of the meetings. And I said, if there's any law against it, let me know. And he didn't say that there was law against it, and he let me come in and record the Board of Appeals meeting that we held today. And if there had been a law against it, he would have told me.
How about you do
My
this?
only problem is that I've had two council members that one of them is new on the council and is objecting. Now I have 3 people on the council that are objecting to her, not objecting to her recording, but her taping them. It makes them feel uncomfortable, and they're trying to do a job. And that to me is a problem. If we can't feel
Yeah, I don't
comfortable
see it.
at doing the city job, she's making it uncomfortable for my council members. So that is causing a problem.
Why does it have to be video? Why can't you
Well,
just do the
number
audio?
one, it's a lot easier when you're transcribing tapes, you're reviewing a thing, to look at the tape and see what's being said, rather than to listen to the tape and you have to stop and wonder what was being said.
What do you do with these tapes?
Actually, I filed 2 lawsuits with the city recently, and I've reviewed quite a few of the tapes.
Okay, is
So-
that your whole agenda?
No, it's not. My agenda is that I'm going to come up, I'm going to continue recording the meetings, because that way, if I need a meeting, I don't have to go and buy it off the city, I don't have to search for it. If I put it on my computer, I can slide it around, it's the new age of the video. This is not distinguished between 2 things.
You're basically just doing this to be harassing these people,
Yeah.
is what I'm hearing.
No.
Well, then why
no,
don't you
no,
go
no,
ahead
no.
and-
Hey, wait a minute.
Well,
This is a public meeting, sir.
Yes.
Now,
okay, how about we do this? I'm not a prosecutor, this is kind of law that I very rarely deal with, very rarely.
Yeah, that's-
How about if I get with the prosecutor, today is Thursday, it'll be tomorrow, I'll call him, I'll get back to you and let you know if you can do this or not, and if you can,
Well, so you want me to shut it off now?
would that be okay for the
No, it
just
would
this
not.
one
I'll
meeting?
tell you what, why don't you do that, and I'll go ahead and I'll record this last meeting, since I already have about 5 or 6 other meetings that I've recorded. And because this meeting in particular, they're discussing this here, and I'd like to have a recording of that. And I
Okay.
don't have any other recording device, and I think it's okay.
Do you provide
for me-
tapes for your?
Yes.
and
No,
how much
I am
do they
not going to
cost?
purchase.
What do they cost?
What were they lowered to?
They weren't lowered, they were raised to $5.
excuse me,
These are
sir.
on the,
Yeah.
This chapter right here.
Okay, that doesn't say anything about video
It says
recording.
any condition precedent to his
Wait a
attendance.
minute, there is one here for exactly.
Okay, that's.
This is a public meeting, sir.
Okay, like I said,
I'm not turning the camera off. I want to videotape this meeting. I want it for my records. I have
I'll
the
make
right
a call
to
right
do
now
so.
and just find out
Thank
if
you.
you already turned that video camera on.
Did you find it in here?
I go home to the court cases that was presented to you.
Actually, if you just go home and get that one of those black notebooks that's in my backpack, Jeff, I have the letter to the attorney where I cited the RCW exactly.
Well, here, you go get it.
Well, wait till the officer comes. I don't care. I mean, they're going to do it.
Dwayne, have you consulted your attorney on this action?
Yes, and he hasn't got back to us.
So, okay.
The only thing that they have is a bunch of sheriffs, one of which is on the council.
I asked Terry Tanner one evening if it was okay for us to videotape a meeting. And he said, sure, it's an open public meeting.
And that's all we're waiting for.
And the council members have every right to walk out of a meeting anytime they want.
But that's disrupting the city council.
No, that's your problem.
No, that's the council member's prerogative, Dwayne.
So enjoying the new house?
Loving it.
Just finished the...
You just go ahead and finish the work.
The what?
I'm gonna do mine.
You manage your back over.
Gee, man.
Yard work. I'm gonna wait for the father-in-law to pull that trailer out before I do any of my yard work.
How long did your journey be?
Harry?
Okay. Apparently the prosecutor has been talked to about this before, and you cannot record in here.
In a
So,
public meeting.
yeah.
So you're gonna arrest me?
You have to have two-party consent.
No.
No, if you just...
We're gonna ask you
to leave.
You need to leave, we're trespassing you from here.
I'm not going to leave. You were
Then you are
violating
going
my
to jail.
civil rights.
Then you will go to jail.
Because you'll be trespassing, because basically they don't want you here.
And
You can call the prosecutor yourself tomorrow and find out if, but according to Deputy out here, that he has talked to him.
I heard what you guys asked that deputy to come in here because he told me on the telephone that there wasn't anything that you guys could do. It was a civil matter, and if they wanted to file suit against us, then they could.
He's telling me different.
Well, then go get him because he told me different on the phone. So
Well,
why don't you
he
let
did
me
bring
talk
up
to
a
him?
law that I know, that you
Okay, which
cannot
one?
record, like you tell me you're recording when I walk in here, if I tell you to turn that off, you have to turn that off.
But this isn't private. This
It
is
doesn't matter, in
public.
this state, it doesn't matter where you're at. You have to have two-party consent to
Would
record.
you please get Mr. Nunez in here because he
He's
didn't
not here,
say-
I'm talking about
So I thought you said you just
Deputy
talked.
Fay.
Deputy Fay talked to the prosecuting attorney.
Yes.
Because he's not the one that called me and told me he talked to the prosecuting attorney, and Deputy Fay happens to sit on this council, and he's the one that's objecting.
He doesn't want to be recorded. He doesn't want to be recorded.
It's a public meeting. He's
He
being
doesn't want to be
recorded. He's being recorded. Is there someplace in here where it says you can only record with one type of recording device?
What I'm asking you to do right now is,
You're gonna-
wait, let's talk to the prosecutor.
What I'm
Biggest
asking you
easy
to do
way.
is to let me finish making
No,
this
I'm not
recording,
gonna
and
let
you
you.
can talk to the prosecuting attorney.
Nope, I'm not gonna let you do that.
And then you're gonna have to arrest me.
Okay.
Okay?
Get your
Get
I
your
don't have my
camera.
husband yet.
Okay, you running it down?
I will be
Basically,
pressing charges for false arrest, however.
basically these people are telling you to leave.
I'll
You
shut
refuse
down.
to leave.
I will.
Thank you.
Okay, that's
Recording, okay? It's my right, it's my civil right. You don't have the right to make me leave as long as I'm not disrupting. I won't be disrupting if you leave.
What Brian's doing? Let him make the call.
she needs to leave. If she doesn't want to leave, she can be arrested for
Is
trespassing.
that
And why do I
Yep.
need to leave?
Okay,
Because they don't want you here, man.
okay, so that's it. If my supervisor says that, let's, one way or the
Okay.
other.
You want to take the camera home and come get me here? But I will be pressing charges.
I'm sure he will.